So I welcome you on this Moksh platform. It's a pleasure to have you, today interact with our students. Initially, I will be asking few questions on behalf of students, and then, of course, we will have some questions directly from students as well. We also
Okay.
have our CEO Dhananjay sir also in this panel, so that if there are any questions which he can answer from his end, he'll be happy to
Mhm.
do that.
Okay. I'm trying
All
to do
right.
my best. Yes, let's start.
We understand
Sure.
that Miss Tatiana is not keeping well and she's having fever. We understand.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
appreciate we appreciate your presence because it's a pre-committed thing,
Yeah.
and we must thank you. Thanks a lot, Miss Tatiana,
Mhm.
that you are there on
Mhm.
the Mox platform, and all the students. There are hundreds of students right now who are
That's
actually
nice.
they are waiting to listen to you. Chirag
Mhm.
ji, if you can
Mhm.
moderate and keep the whole session as quick as possible because she has a fever right now. Uh,
Mhm.
so
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. All right.
thank you. Please go
Absolutely.
on.
Chirag will assist me.
Don't worry.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. 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 So, Tatiana, quick question to you. What kind of accreditation does, Vinnytsya University have, in terms of the global accreditations?
Okay, our university was established in 1921, so next year we will have the 100th anniversary of our university. That means we have a big experience in training students, and especially approximately 45 years ago, we have started training of foreign ones. That's why we are rather good at training as well foreign and national and international students. And our university is recognized by MCI, by World Health Organization, Ministry of Education of Ukraine, Ministry of Health of Ukraine, also by ECFMG USA headquarters in Philadelphia. I think it's enough to be recognized. We are recognized by many universities and international organizations.
Happy to know that.
Mm.
Very basic question which a lot of students have. What is the language of instruction at the university?
Mhm. The language of instructions is completely English, but our students study Ukrainian language. It's the local language in Ukraine during their first, third years of studies in order to communicate with local people and patients. It's very important to have direct communication with patients in the hospitals and clinics, in order to be very competent and have a lot of knowledge directly from the patients.
All right.
Mhm.
And in terms of international recognition, you mentioned about various countries and universities.
Yeah,
So, yeah, why is
yeah.
your university so popular?
Our university has academic partnerships for on international students exchange with top universities located in the United States, in Germany, France, Italy, Belgium, and Poland. We have a lot of partnerships programs, and we has also cooperation agreements with 20 partner higher educational institutions in the field of medicine, and we are working in more than 67 international and scientific programs with them.
That is interesting to know. How about the
Yeah.
Indian student population at
Oh,
Vinnytsya?
at present, right now, we have around 3,000 of international students, and maybe 37, 38% is the students are from India. That's why they are practically making the majority of foreign international students, and Hindi and English is the most common language at our campus university. Um, I think it's good.
Yeah,
Yeah, and for the last 3 years, we have increased the number of Indian students greatly. Before that, we
that is
have less Indian students.
interesting to know. So Hindi is
Yeah,
popular at the campus.
yeah,
All right.
yeah, they're
So,
very popular
and
Indians.
and how about the facilities provided for Indian students with regards to food and do we get Indian food? How is it? This?
Yeah, the classrooms at the university are equipped with modern gadgets. We have Wi-Fi, internet, free Wi-Fi and internet access. The use of the libraries, the gyms, grounds, everything is free of charge. We have a lot of cafes for with Indian food. Indian citizens opened such kind of cafes and restaurants for Indians because the number increased greatly. And that's why I think it's very nice and perfect that we have such the facilities for Indian students.
That is again good to know.
Mhm.
Uh, in terms of the admission eligibility,
Mhm.
what is the requirement and what is the deadline?
In India, you can apply for admission through MOOC. This is our best, reliable, and authorized representative of our university. They have a lot of offices located in more than 35 cities in India. Yes, that's right.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely.
Uh,
Yes.
uh,
And if the students submit their documents to your company, they get very quick their seats booked. Everything is okay. I think the cooperation is already has started a few years ago, and everything is okay right now. And the deadline, I think, it will be the deadline will be 1st of December this year. I think we have the extension allowed by the Ministry of Education of Ukraine due to quarantine. That's why this pandemic, we have extended period of enrollment.
all right. In terms of international student activities, what kind of activities do we conduct for students?
Dean's office, our university, the supervisors of academic groups conduct regularly various activities for international students. They are, for example, as open workshops with visiting professors, New Year concert, spring concert, European Medical Students Association, Ukraine meetings, basketball, cricket, football weekends we have. That's why I think it's very active life of foreign students here in Ukraine.
Yeah, so it's a mix of
Mm.
education and fun with sports.
And
All
fun,
right, all
yeah,
right.
they are fond of
Yeah,
sports. Yeah, foreign students are very fond of sports.
that is good to know.
Mhm.
In terms of the city Vinnytsya, can you just describe how is the city Vinnytsya, how safe it is, and why do people
Our
prefer it? Yeah.
Okay, yeah, our city is very safe and it's located far away from the conflict zone, and it's a big regional administrative center of Ukraine. It is located 260 kilometers to the south of the capital of our country, Ukraine, Kiev. That's why it's not far from Kiev, maybe 2.5 hours by train. That's why its location, I think, very perfect for students. It's not far from the capital and far away from any problems and conflict zone.
So it's a safe city to live. That is again
Yeah,
a
yeah,
very
it's very
important point.
comfortable and safe city to live and to study and to be in touch with the clinics, with the university departments, which are located very near to the university. That's why we cannot compare the same situation like in Kiev. The students may face because the clinics, the institution, and the another buildings, different buildings of institution can be located in different parts of capital of our country in Kiev, and it's very
All
hard
right.
to be there in time maybe for students to reach a new clinic, and because they have very short breaks, only 30 minutes to reach another clinic.
All right, all right.
Mhm, mhm.
If we get admission at the university, how do the student pay their fees?
The fees should be paid directly to the university's account because it's very safe for everyone, for the students, for Moksh, and for the university, for everyone, because the money will come safely and will be on the university's account under the name of the student. That's why no problems with the money. It's not very
Absolutely.
safe yet to keep the huge amount of money in dollars with the students. That's why it's very nice to transfer them directly before, even before they are coming, the students can do this procedure.
Absolutely. That is again a very
Mm.
important advice.
Yeah.
What is your message for these, students who are listening to you, hundreds of students? I'm sure they'll have a lot of questions also. Yeah, but what is your
Yeah.
message for her?
Oh, I would like to tell to the audience, to our future potential students, that they need to think well about their future, about their plans, about their career, because everything in their hands, and just they need to choose the proper company recruitment in order to be on a safe side and connect with the career planners like Moksh. I highly recommend your company because it's very also it's our best authorized reliable recruitment company. No doubts, I recommend you for sure, 100%, because you are always in touch with the students. You always help and bring them up, take care of them, look after them like parents. That's why the students feel themselves calm, comfortable, like at home. No problems we face with you. Everything is
Uh,
okay. You are the best one.
that is good to know.
Yeah.
Ma'am, now there are a few questions from the students. Manav is asking, how many professor per student? So what is the faculty student ratio basically?
We have a lot of professors and associate professors at each department. We have 55 departments, and the majority of the teaching staff have scientific degrees. Perhaps 50% of the teaching staff at each chair are possessing the candidate's degree. They are associate professors, and minimum 2 or 3 professors at each department we have. And everyone is fluent in English, no problem to communicate.
All right. So,
Mhm.
of course, regarding the hostel facility, there are separate hostels for boys and girls. That's the question.
Not. We don't have the separate hostels for boys, but the hostels territory is divided onto left side and, for example, and right side. Left side, the girls are living, for example, on left side, and the boys are living on the right side of the hostel. We have maybe also such a separation, like one floor where the girls are living, and one floor where only boys are living, such separation. Because we have different hostels and their constructions. That's why we have different types of separation, girls from boys.
Right. All right. Anybody else has any questions, students, quickly, because ma'am has a very limited time schedule. So if there's any question which you have, if you wish to ask quickly, you can ask. We'll be happy to answer. Dhananjay sir, the students are asking
Yeah.
about some scholarships also, so that again we can separately talk
uh,
about.
See, scholarships are available for students on the refresher course, which is made available to every student. The link is given in your chat already. So scholarships anybody can apply on the Moksh
uh,
scholarship platform, and these are
yes,
the scholarships which are available from Moksh. And these are not in terms of the fees or anything, but these are in terms of we provide 5 years books for medicine, we provide free tickets to Vinnytsya, we provide. There are
yes.
huge number of things that the students get out of Moksh, when they appear
Yes,
for the
yes, that's
scholarships.
true. That's true. Because our tuition fees are very reasonable. That's why we have some kind of scholarships and financial assistance to the students. And for more information, the students needs to contact Moksh.
Absolutely. So thank you very much. Then of course major questions were around the fees. That is making sense. All right.
Yeah.
Uh, Sir, a lot of them are asking about the USMLE and MCI coaching. I mean that of course Moksh will be helping them. So yeah.
Yes. Moksh helping our students, 100 of our students, to prepare themselves well to Indian license examination, like screening test, on their Moksh Academy online platform. And the feedback is very good and positive from the students. And the coaching is very nice and proficient. Very professional. Moksh Academy is a high level professionals working.
I just got a message,
Mhm.
Ms. Tatiana and Mr.
Uh-huh.
Chirag, that Dr. Sergey Vladimirovich, who is the
Uh-huh.
rector of the entire Vinnytsia University,
Yeah.
probably he is trying to join our session. I mean, that is the big boss of Vinnytsia, I think, Ms. Tatiana,
The biggest
the
boast
rector,
for everyone.
biggest boss of the entire Vinnytsia. He
Yeah.
is also thinking to join, looking at so many students on the webinar.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I'm sure if you can continue for the next 10 minutes, and if he can join, he's in the meeting. I just got a message that he's trying to join in. But if we can,
Okay.
then I would request you, Chiragji, you should continue on your part, and
Sure,
Miss
sure.
Tatyana can wait and
Okay, I will
let us
be.
wait for the rector. If you can wait and also
Yes,
watch
I will
how
wait
we
for
are
sure. No
teaching.
problem.
Yeah, and you must also see how we are teaching hundreds of students. Mr. Chirag is going to actually showcase that entire system of
Mm-hmm.
USMLE and the FMG next coaching which is
Mm-hmm.
provided to the students. So this will
On
also
your platform. Okay.
be interesting for you, Ms. Tatyana. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yes, I will see. Yeah.
Right. So that is good to know. So basically,
Okay, I got the message.
students. Mhm.
I got the message from him. Was 1 second, I'm reading it. He is
Uh-huh.
already online. He has joined us. He wants to talk in the next webinar, as rector called him. The vice rector has called him. So he's listening to the webinar, but he is going to go for a meeting again. So he's not going to join us to talk to
Mm-hmm.
the students, but he will be listening to us. So that's fine. That's what the message has come in.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
All right. Fantastic.
Perfect.
So
Perfect.
please go on, Chiragji. I am there. Miss Tatyana, we
Hmm.
just need 5 or 10 minutes before you leave. Just have a glimpse of how we teach this USMLE and
Yes.
next.
Yes.
And
Yes, with pleasure.
thank you. Thank you. Chiragji,
Yeah.
please go on.
Yeah.
And
All
if you
right.
have any questions, I'm there with you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. So basically, students, very, very important, discussion now. While we are talking about, admissions and universities, the next phase of your decision making will be your license examinations, whether it is the Indian license exam next or the United States medical license examination. Okay. Moksha highly recommends you to consider license exam, but ultimately it's your choice. When inquiring in India, a lot of times multiple agencies are there, and many of who are not having that solution. Usually will say, license exam is not required, but the reality is, all of grapes are sour if you are not going to provide that. So that is the reality. Moksha definitely recommends, बट जिनके पास वो सोल्यूशन होता नहीं है, वो कहते हैं कि मोक्ष वाले आपको फोर्स करते हैं. तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, इट्स अ डिस्क्लेमर, इट इज कंप्लीटली ऑप्शनल. अगर आपको लगता है कि ये फिजिबल होगा, फायदा होगा, तो ही कंसिडर करना. बट द रियलिटी इज 1000+ स्टूडेंट्स करंटली from 8 different countries are preparing on the Moksh Academy platform, both for next and USMLE. All right. So I am going to give you a complete glimpse of the entire preparation. But more importantly, the foundation of their career is very important, because it starts as early as first year. And the logic is very, very simple. If you are going to start your preparation from first year, you save a lot of time in your career, because anat biochem physio becomes your foundation, which determines your entire clinical career. If you are strong at anatomy and the revision and the clinical implication of what you are learning in anatomy, अगर आपको first year से बताया जाएगा, definitely you will excel in surgery. If you are, when you have been taught physio, patho and pharma, अगर medicines का भी आपको glimpse मिल जाएगा, so will be much more clearer your conceptual knowledge, which Moksh focuses. हमारा जो training program है, our program is completely based on something called as patient-centered learning. We have been, very our esteemed panel of faculties have been focused on only and only patient-centered learning, and that is the reason our students start from first year, so that by the time they reach third year, they appear the USMLE step 1. Conceptually, they are strong. In the Once they kind of graduate, they appear the next examination, and after graduation they prepare for the step 2 CK and CS of USMLE. By considering the Moksh academic option, students, first of all, their success rate is higher, and moreover they save 3 years of their life, because usually people who start after graduation spend individually 1 year for step 1, 1 year for next, and 1 year for other examinations of USMLE. So starting early is very important, and there is only one success formula for all the students at Moksh, that all the students of Moksh are, enrolled and part of this digital platform for global medical students. I'm going to give you a quick demo of how thousands of students are currently preparing on the Moksh platform. So everybody who kind of decides that yes, wants to become, he or she wants to become a licensed doctor, whether they join a medical school in India or Ukraine or any country abroad, are studying on the Moksh platform parallelly. This helps to reiterate the concepts which they are learning at the university. So it actually helps them, be ready for the exams. It helps them ready for, the overall career as a physician. Now, on the Moksh Academy platform, the best part is, your personalized schedule. Usually, the concerns among the student is how to prepare, how frequently to prepare, how much time to give. So what happens is our software designs and provides you a exact timetable. We have faculties teaching you from different part of the globe. Dr. Saxena, he's been teaching the students from island of Netherlands. He teaches students on the Moksh platform. We have different faculties from different part of the globe who are on the Moksh platform and who ensure that these lectures are delivered live. For example, Dr. Joshi, he's a faculty in a medical college in Philadelphia. Dr. Sharma, he is a graduate from the prestigious John Hopkins University, in Baltimore. So definitely we have the best of the faculties who are there to cater you. Moreover, live lectures happen, assignments happen, and when the students are free, they log into our exhaustive library of content. Lots and lots of sessions are available in a shorter version, so that at any point of time they feel that their concepts need to be clear. They would watch these shorter videos. These videos serve 2 3 purposes. One is concept clarity, second is to, students can kind of prepare their own notes. What is that? Once you watch a particular video, first of all, these videos are designed keeping in mind, the time, keeping in mind the clarity of concept required for the students. Moreover, once the videos are, kind of, student watches the video, they can make their own notes. They can download the notes provided by the faculties. They can report if there are any mistakes. They can ask some doubts. So it's a wonderful platform which ensures that you are ready with content. With the COVID-19, students also, you need to realize that even big doctors today are again going back and referring the research articles. So on our platform there is an exhaustive content of research articles available for all the students, international journals which are important and which synchronizes whatever you are learning in your medical school. So there is a, entire series of very interesting research articles also available on the Moksh platform. So at any point of time, whatever you live, you can actually correlate with, the article which you read in various research journals. And that is something very important as a physician, to keep updated with ongoing researches. More important is our question bank. Our question bank is exhaustive, thousands of questions, one of the largest in India, focusing on two things. One is a subject based knowledge, and second is, what we call as organ system, because when you are students, when you are going to appear exams like your USMLE or the next examinations, it becomes very very important that you are solving questions based on systems, whether it is endocrine, multi-system, neurology, because any patient that walks in will never have issue only related to anatomy, only related to pathology. Whenever a patient comes to you, the issues are related to one of the organ system, and that is what Moksh focuses. We train students for our USMLE and next on our platform with in the world's top-notch faculties, and this happens parallelly. The reason students prefer the Moksh platform is because of the data, it's because of the analytics which is provided. Students come to know their behavior, how exam ready they are. Parents back in India a lot of time are worried whether their child is studying or not, which is why we have created this exhaustive performance report. Every MOOCs lecture you attend, the attendance is captured and shared it with students, shared it with parents. So regular attendance, regular content viewing, and solving questions on the MOOCs platform is compulsory. The reason why our success rate for license exam is higher is because of this detailed tracking done by our software, which is completely artificial intelligence based, and more importantly, a battery of support team. Our support staff very regularly calls the students, reminds them to do the assignments, attend the live lectures. And our technology has this artificial intelligence which lets them know the reality. It's like when somebody is unwell, you have to appear for your test, diagnostic test. Similarly, how ready you are for your exam, that picture is clear by this MOOCs test analytics. We have a detailed report on your performance by subject, your performance by the organ system. There is a complete clarity, so that the students are aware, if today I am going to write my exam, how exam ready I am, which again becomes a very important aspect of our preparation. So as we said, it's about learning, it's about retaining the concepts, and more importantly, there is an exhaustive career library. What specialist do you want to become, and what should be the career pathway for it. And very regularly we invite, we invite orthopedic surgeon, anesthesiologist, dermatologist on our platform, giving a career counseling to our students on their decision making. Every news and update related to students regarding their preparations is available on the MOOCs platform on a very regular basis. Our students are the highly updated students, preparing for the content. And as you can see, our strength and our faculties, pool of international faculties and national faculties who teach on the MOOCs platform. So that was a quick review of how hundreds of students are currently preparing on the MOOCs platform. I hope you have a complete picture now. So we will take up few questions which are there. There are students who have asked few questions. Let us maybe answer that and take these things forward, sir. All right. There's one question for you, Tatiana ma'am. Student
Yeah.
is asking how difficult is the CROC exam?
Yeah, CROC exam, it's like similar to USMLE step 1. It is called step 1, or in Ukrainian CROC 1. It's rather difficult, but not very difficult. Who is working hard? Who is trying to do the best? Who is attending classes and lectures can pass this CROC exam easily, because the rate is 60% to pass it. 60%. You need to answer for 60 questions, 60% of questions, and in that case, you will pass it. I think it's not a very big problem to pass for 60%.
All right, all right. That's what does some students, for some reason are fearing. That's the thing. But that's good to know, sir. Somebody is asking about the, accommodation in hostel. Is it, two people in one room, three people in one room? How does it work in terms of how many people? Yeah.
Usually 2 or 3 students are living together. We have double beds room and 3 beds rooms. That's why 2 or 3 people are joining and living together.
All right. Harshal is asking, why should I consider Vinnytsya? Some 1 or 2 points why consider
Uh,
Vinnytsya.
we are very nice and good university. Even in 2002, we were awarded the highest mark of distinction by national status, by the president of Ukraine, of our country. We were awarded this national status. National status of the university means that we are the leading university in this field. We are the leading one in medicine. That's why I think it's the highest mark of distinction. Not everyone, not each university possess this status, national status. It means the leading one. This is the recognition by our government. This is the recognition of our university by our government and our state. I think rather good to have such kind of a distinction. We are worthy of it.
All right, great.
Mhm.
So next question has been, by a lot of students, how is the situation with regards to COVID, basically?
We had not so severe situation like you have in India. I think a little bit more than 300,000 we have all over Ukraine for the whole period of quarantine. That's why in Vinnytsia, or not, sorry, in Vinnytsia region, each day right now, the number of patients is increasing, but not so extremely. Each day we have a little bit more than 100 new patients in our region, not only in city, the whole region. I think it's
Yeah,
not
that is,
very big number of
yeah,
patients each day comparing to India.
absolutely. I mean, situation
That's
is
why I think
far.
everything is okay with this situation.
Absolutely, situation is far, bad in India comparatively. Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So, students, any further questions quickly, for ma'am, because time is very important. We have a lot of students have been asking about the fees and all. I think the information is there on the handout which we provided. Students,
Yeah,
those who are asking regarding the fees and all the details, there is a handout provided by us. You can download it and you will have all the relevant information in detail about the university also. All right.
right.
All right. Okay. Dhananjay sir, the students, one
Yeah.
question is from Abdul about the Ukrainian visa.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think Moksh assists students to have Ukrainian students visa. It's not a big problem to obtain this kind of visa. At first, they need to apply for admission or invitation letter to your company, Moksh Academy, and you will do everything on behalf of the students, and you will do everything for the students, for our future students. You need to submit the list of the documents which are necessary to obtain visa. The list is not very long, a few documents. And right now, in the quarantine conditions, the special condition for obtaining Ukrainian visa, it's the presence of COVID medical insurance. The medical insurance, I think, will be bought on the territory of India, and it will be provided by Ukrainian insurance company. This is obligatory point to obtain visa, to have COVID insurance, medical insurance, which cover COVID treatment in case of necessity.
That's a very important input, students. Uh, Huda is asking, ma'am, will the lectures happen online or on campus?
Right now, we have, due to more severe situation with COVID, we have 1 month till 15th of November online studies. But after that, we can be back to normal auditoria classroom practical classes and lectures. Before that, we have like that. But now, from 15th of October till 15th of November, we have online education only for all the
I want
courses.
to add some information. Uh,
Mhm.
we have more than 200 students already who have submitted their documents for various universities in Ukraine. Our
Mhm.
first application for the visa is happening on Monday to Ukraine embassy in India in New Delhi.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And we have got two options for the students to fly out to Ukraine. One is an option from 15th November to 30th November. There is
Mm-hmm.
India and Ukraine air bubble
Mm-hmm.
signature has happened. So there will be scheduled flights between 15th November to 30th
Mm-hmm.
November.
Mm-hmm.
And after 30th November, we have booked for the charter flights for our MOOC students, because there are so many students who wish
So.
to be in
Mm-hmm.
Ukraine, and a lot of students of them are going to come to Vinnytsya. So guys,
Mm-hmm.
either if you are flying out before, of course, charter will be more expensive than the normal scheduled
Regular.
flights, but
Mm-hmm.
that's how we are doing it. So there are multiple manner in which the students will be going, but this will all happen before 10th of December. We want to finish off everything, and till that time our own online next online classes are starting up
Mm-hmm.
on 15th November. So there
Mm-hmm.
is nothing much. I think we have given them all kind of information. I would request every student to
Mm-hmm.
actually talk to the counselors who are
Yes.
already in touch with you, who will give you
Mm-hmm.
further information, brochures, cost,
Mm-hmm.
these, that, the admission process,
Mm-hmm.
everything. And
Yeah, and a lot of
yeah,
fresh information which is updating practically each day. You can see on our website in news, hot news. You can see a
okay,
lot of new information over there and
perfect,
search.
perfect.
It's very important right now.
Yeah, 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 because we have constant
Yeah,
changes
constant
happening.
changes. Yes, constant changes.
Any questions?
Most of the questions were repetitive. About the language, we've already told it's in English. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
then we have regarding books. Of course, the Moksh students are already provided on the Moksh Academy all the 5 years book in soft copies, so they don't have to worry about this.
About books.
Then,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah.
I suggest that
Huh.
Mr. Chirag, you should give them free trial. They have lot of time right now. We are still in 22nd of October. The earliest that I can see the students reaching to Ukraine or Russia or wherever they are going, all of them, that will happen in 15th November. They almost have, 3 weeks before which they try out. So any student who wants to try out the entire learning process on the technology platform can definitely request Moksh, and we will be happy to provide them. Parmar Dimple is asking how many years of MBBS. Parmar, it is 5 years and 8 months. You go from here in November, but you will come back in the month of June. That's when you complete your course, generally in the 6th year. So it takes 5 years and 8 months. Okay.
All right. So I think we've done with most of the questions. So
Okay.
thank you very much, Tatiana, to be part of this session. It's been in spite of the fever and the health condition. Thank you
Oh,
very
yeah.
much.
Thanks a
Yeah.
lot, Mr. Tanya. And
Yes,
I
thanks a
tell
lot
you,
to
we are
you.
going to have you once more, because there are so many requests that comes to Moksha on a daily basis.
Yes, I
When
will
we
be
put
glad
this
to
up
help
on,
you.
thank you. Thanks a lot.
Yeah,
Thank you,
yeah,
Tatiana.
okay, we'll be in touch. Yeah, bye.
Thank you.
thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
everyone.